So the Bulls get in late last night from Philly, back-to-back games. Utah comes into town. We knew Lauri Markkanen was going to be on a mission, and he certainly had some insane dunks that made Bulls fans say, where was that Lauri Markkanen back when he was with Chicago? But look, at the end of the day, the Bulls got their last laugh in sweeping the series with the Jazz. They've now won 3 in a row, 8 of their last 11, which we all know should have been 10 of their last 11 if the NBA had competent refs. But either way, the Bulls have been rolling, guys. They really have, and hopefully it continues as we now approach that midway point of the season. Who would have thought we would be getting this excited for the Bulls being 2 games below 500? Just kind of speaks to how slow of a start they had this season. But either way, let's talk about this game. So I'll be honest, I actually thought the Bulls were going to come up short in this one. I just felt that after coming off a game last night, traveling back to Chicago, no Caruso, no Javonte Green, guys would be a little lethargic, and also just the fact that they're going up against a young Utah team that is out to prove everyone they're looking to win rather than just being a tanking team. And of course, the return of Markkanen, who is having this breakout season. He even said to Casey Johnson before the game, it's always a little extra motivation when playing against the Bulls, which first of all, I still don't get why, because it's not like he wanted to stay in Chicago, and even though technically he was traded, it was a sign-in trade as a restricted free agent, he was going to be leaving regardless. But anyway, because of all these circumstances, I wasn't sure if the Bulls were going to get it done tonight, and that kind of looked to be the case really all the way into the fourth quarter when the Jazz kicked off that quarter on a run, took a 7-point lead, and you thought the Bulls might have run out of gas at that point. But then they went on that crazy 19-4 run where Lavine and DeMar just took over. The guys took it up a notch on the defensive end to get stops and force bad shots by the Jazz, and once they took that edge, gave themselves some cushion with the lead, the Bulls never looked back. Lauri Markkanen, he got his posters, like I said, had some incredible dunks, including that poster on Vucevic, which we saw him do a few years back when he was with the Bulls and Vuce was still with the Magic, but still ended up in a loss for the Jazz. Lauri did still have a good game though, put up 28 points on 12 for 20 shooting. You know who I really do like on the Jazz though is that rookie that they got in the Donovan Mitchell trade, Obaji. Did he really just go 7 for 7 tonight on 4 for 4 from deep? Still crazy to me everything the Jazz were able to obtain and moving on from Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. But anyway, I keep digressing. So the biggest positive for me from this game is Zach Lavine continuing to look like the old Zach Lavine from before he injured that knee. Obviously wasn't as efficient as we saw last night in Philly, where he went on that insane clinic from downtown. And yes, some of the shot selection could have been better, but his ability to finish at the rim, also drawing contact, and also coming through in the clutch and hitting big shots is such a sight for sore eyes. You compound that, his improved shooting from deep. Bulls keep using him on the catch and shoot, which is what they need to be doing. We've been saying this all season. Zach is just so much more effective when he's playing off the ball when it comes to playing along the perimeter. I don't mind him creating his own shots and handling the ball when he's attacking and slashing to the basket, because that's what he does best. But we don't need to see Zach doing ISO step back contested threes without any kind of play being drawn up. That has killed the Bulls in the past. So to see Zach consistently playing well, getting that shot back, getting that quick first step back, beating guys off the dribble, and coming through in the clutch so the Bulls have more than just DeMar as a finisher for the team in crunch time is huge for the Bulls and their ability to try and turn this season around. Zach finished the game with 36 points, 12 for 21 shooting, 6 for 12 from 3, continues to improve that 3-point shooting, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Like, I know this is delusional of me and just riding the high of the Bulls playing better basketball, but if we continue seeing Zach play like this, if we can continue seeing Pat play better, even though he didn't really have the best game tonight on offense, and DeMar starts deferring more, Vucevic continues to play solid, and the Bulls get Lonzo Ball back, this could be a team that you do not want to face in the first round if you're one of those upper seeds, knowing that they have the talent to be good, meaning the Bulls have the talent to be good, and it's just a matter of getting their act together and figuring out their identity. DeMar DeRozan, tonight, after having a quiet night last night against the Sixers, picks up right back to the usual DeMar, 35 points, 13 for 22 shooting, was getting back to the line, had 7 assists tonight, and had a team high tonight, plus 16 in the box plus minus. By comparison, Zach was a -3 while Vucevic was a +1. And then Vuce, after having that triple-double last night, tonight he scores 15 points, goes 5 for 8, 16 rebounds, 4 assists. Another instance in which I would have liked to see Vuce get some more shots up. Like, he's your third option. He should be getting more than just 8 attempts, especially when he's going up against a guy like Kelly Olynyk. But either way, a solid game from Vuce. Patrick Williams, like I said, not the best game on offense for him. He went 2 for 10 from the floor, but at least I still do appreciate that he he's not afraid to let the ball fly when he has a good look. Just need him to hit those shots when he's open. Still continues to be the Bulls' better three-point shooters, even though it's on low volume. And then Ayo, an okay game, would like to see him getting more shots up as well, but his defensive impact is what I like seeing when he's on the court. Billy Donovan did go with Coby White down the stretch, which I thought was interesting, but hey, give Coby credit. He's been playing his role well as of late and has been coming through and closing out games and hitting big shots, and also just being good at facilitating the ball in late game moments. Bulls bench was good tonight, putting up 26 points as a unit, led by Andre Drummond, who continues to be a reliable and effective player off of the bench. 11 points, 5 for 5 from the floor to go along with 4 rebounds in just 12 minutes. What a big upgrade he has been for the Bulls over Tristan Thompson. As a whole, I would like to see the Bulls keep up that ball movement that we saw last night. Not to say it wasn't there in this game, it's just that the Bulls weren't converting a lot on those assisted passes. As a team, they ended up only putting in 22 assists compared to the Jazz 36, who are one of the better passing teams in the NBA. But from a shooting standpoint, Bulls continue to be more efficient with their shots and overall selection of their shots. 53% tonight from the field, 13 for 28 from deep, good for 46%, compared to the Jazz, who shot a putrid 29% from 3. Doesn't mean the Bulls shouldn't still focus on improving their shooting when the trade deadline comes around, which, by the way, is about a month away. And it will be interesting to see if the Bulls, if they keep playing as well as they have been, if that will in fact impact the front office and how aggressive they are going to be going into the trade deadline, or will they continue to focus more on the continuity factor that they have been clinging to all season. But either way, I'll take seeing a more improved Bulls team and hoping to see that trend continue, especially as the Bulls' schedule is going to be getting a lot easier for the rest of January to be able to work their way back up in the Eastern Conference standings. But the Bulls are off tomorrow before they take on the Celtics on Monday in Boston. That's going to be for the final time this season that they see the Celtics. I'll have a live game chat for that. Until then, guys, as always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.